Hey guys, it's Amy from GracexWildflowers here. I am so excited to share with you my vision board in my Hobonichi Cousin. So grab your journal, grab your Hobonichi, grab some coffee, and let's cut some pictures up and glue them to some paper. So in my Hobonichi, there's two just like blank pages before it goes into the daily section. And last year I did a vision board of just like cut out pictures of things that I wanted to focus on in 2020 and things that I wanted to make a routine and to be reminded about in a pretty way. So I decided to do a vision board and I really liked it. It was really fun. And so I decided to do it again for 2021, and I am so excited. It's just so much fun to do. So basically, the process of this is I think of goals that I want to accomplish the next year, or I want to continue doing, tasks that I want to do, challenges that I want to do, habits that I want to form, and I basically just think about what I want to do, call them resolutions, call them whatever you want. And then I look up pictures on Pinterest and Google and in my own camera roll to make a collage essentially in the pages before the daily pages start in a Hobonichi Cousin. And I just love having it before the daily pages in my Hobonichi. Since it's like kind of a precursor of what I want the year to look like, what I want it to focus around, habits and routines that I want to instill. So I just think like when I look back on it, it'll be cool to see like what goals and things were on my mind before the year starts. Because it's the first thing that I actually put in my Hobonichi. So it's just, I think it'll be really cool to like look back on and see how the year ends up versus how I kind of wanted it to start. And if 2020 has taught us anything, not all the goals were met from last year's vision board. And you know what? That is okay. We're just going to roll them over to 2021 and do better. So some of the pictures that I find, I kind of want them to have a theme, I guess. So you'll see like a lot of plants, a lot of wildflowers, a lot of like earthy tones maybe, and like kind of blushes, like blush pinks. I don't know, I like all of those things, so hopefully they go well together. And I'll find some quotes and Bible verses that I want to put in there. And this year I'm putting in stickers, unlike I did last year. So and I always have a picture or two of my family in there. I love hanging out with my family. We weirdly hang out all the time together, which is amazing, and I love that about us. So I have a picture of me and my 4 nieces, and then a picture of my sisters and brother-in-laws and my parents. So, yeah. I don't use all of the pictures that I print out, but I just want to make sure that I print out more than enough because I don't want any of the graph or white pages or the white page, oh geez, the white page to show it all. I want it to be completely filled up with pictures or stickers or sayings or anything like that. And last year I had a lot left over, so what I ended up doing was putting the leftovers like in the monthly pages, and I don't think I'm going to do that this year, even if I have extras, because it just took up too much room and I wasn't a huge fan of it. So, and it didn't really like add anything to it. So I wasn't really, I don't know, worth it for me. But since I did it last year, I wasn't going to like take them all out or anything like that. I'm just not going to do that this year. So if I have any extras, I'll probably keep them in the pocket, in the cover of my Hobonichi, and see if I ever want to use them like maybe in the weekly pages or in the daily pages, and just keep them as like a piece of collage or something like that. So what I'll do is I will try to find like background type pictures. So the pictures that I just cut out now of like all of those florals, I'll put a picture on top of that. So that's why I have like bigger pieces of flowers or plants, and then smaller pictures of like my Bible, me and my family, other stickers, so that I can layer them pretty easily. And if you have like a more vague type of background, like flowers or trees or plants or the sky or patterns and stuff like that, it'll be easier to like kind of make it a collage and a little bit more cohesive and stuff like that. So just a little tip from me to you. But yeah, that's just what I do. And now I'm cutting out these tiny little crosses that hopefully I'm going to make into stickers sometime soon, but I don't have the proper machines to do that yet. So right now we are painstakingly cutting up these tiny little baby crosses. I mean, they're adorable and I love them, and I cannot wait until they're stickers because I'll put them in the weeklies and the dailies and stuff like that. But you're just gonna watch me struggle here for a hot second, trying to cut up these tiny crosses. And speaking of stickers, my coworker gave me these stickers and they're so cute and so perfect. I can't wait to use them in my vision board. So before I make a vision board, I wrote out a list of things that I wanted to like include in there so that I knew what pictures I wanted, what to search for and stuff like that. So that's what that post-it was. And now comes the fun part of actually putting the pictures to the paper. Now, this takes some time to rearrange them, take everything off, rearrange them again, and repeat that process like 3 times, at least for me. So I settled on the arrangement that I'm going to show you guys. I ended up taking a picture of it and then putting it on my iPad so that it was easy for me to just remember where everything was. And then I just put some double stick tape on the back and started sticking the pictures on there. I started off with the bigger pictures first as the background and then put the littler pictures over them. So it makes a really great layering effect and makes it look really nice. And all of that white space from the page behind it doesn't show. At least for me, I don't want any of the white page to show at all. I just want it all to be covered with pictures and with stickers. And this sticker of this camera is my favorite. I love taking pictures. I love photography. It's something that I would love to get better at. So hopefully that can happen in 2021. I also added a cutout of a verse from Ruth that talks about taking protection under God's wings, and a picture of me and my siblings and my parents at an event, and a sticker of a Jeep that says enjoy the ride. I just think it's a really pretty sticker too. Like, it's an outline of a Jeep with florals on the inside, right up my alley. On the bottom of this page, I added a knight's head, which is the logo of the high school that I teach at. I'm a high school social studies teacher, so yay, shout out to teachers out there. Love you all. And then also a cutout that says financial freedom, because one of my goals, like so many other people's goals, is to just, cut down on debt and to save up more money. So on the opposite page, I do basically the same process of getting those bigger pieces on the page first to block out a lot of the white space from the page to cover it up. And then I will put on the smaller pictures and the stickers on there. So of course I have some flowers in the background, some plants in the background. I have a quote that says, "Girl, pray about it." And then like a desk picture with like a planner and a computer on there, just to keep me reminded that I need to stay focused and organized in the coming year. I have a sticker that says travel the world on a globe, because hopefully in 2021 we are able to go to wonderful places. I know I'm not the only one that has had trips canceled in 2020. So hopefully in 2021 we're able to go to wonderful places again. I also added a picture of my Bible in the top there to remind myself that I want to continue reading the Bible throughout 2021, and a verse from Psalm 46 that says, "God is within her, she will not fall," one of my favorites, and then a sticker that says, "Be happy." So I put all of this down with double-sided tape, but I want to secure it in there. And how I do that is with the Mod Podge that I just showed you guys. I use matte Mod Podge for this. You could also use glossy. You can use a mixture of both. You can use it from the tub or a spray. It's really up to you. I just have a lot of tubs of Mod Podge that I use to seal like my Bibles with and stuff like that. So I use it for this as well. And I put paper under there just to protect my other pages from if it were to leak through or if it got on the edge of the page too much. And I just take a brush and slap it on there. I do have to be a little careful though, because some of the ink from the pictures could bleed onto other pictures. So just be mindful of that. Don't go like too hard with the Mod Podge at first. And don't try to like really swipe really hard on the pictures because you don't want those pictures to smear or anything like that. So that's what I do to try to seal it as best as I can, and it works really well. I don't have a lot of pickup from my vision board last year, and I only had minimal pickup after I did this. I might have to do just a couple more touch-up areas, but it works really well. And now I'm drying it with a heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun and you do a lot of like painting, crafty stuff like this, buy one from Amazon. It was a wonderful investment. Then just to secure the sides or the ends of the paper for my vision board, I just added a strip of washi on both sides and ended up folding it over to make sure that the edges of my vision board were secure. And of course, I chose a plant-themed washi tape for both sides. And I didn't do it to the top. I debated about it, but I think I'm just going to leave it how it is. I think I like it best like that. I did leave my Hobonichi out all night with it open like this just to make sure that it was completely dry, just so that there wasn't any chance that the pages could stick together and when I open it up the next time that it was going to get ruined. So just take a little extra precaution to make sure that it dries. So I was really happy with how it turned out. I loved that when I look at it, I'll be reminded like what I want my year to be surrounded with, which is God, family, and things that make me happy. So here's last year's vision board and here's this year's vision board. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.